I going mad? This is the one that's supposed to be our leader? Give me a break. I should be in charge of this group. I'm the real Spider-Man. I don't know what kind of mind game this is, but I'm the real Spider-Man. The real Peter Parker. Guess again. See, Pete, old buddy, we're just as genuine as you are. But how can that be?
If you all thought that was a crossover, you ain't seen nothing yet. Anyways, welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another Spider-Man PS4 related video. Now, as you should all know, we got a boatload of new footage of Spider-Man PS4 at E3 with the Raft breakout mission and lots of open world gameplay showing off the city, as well as a awesome boss fight with the Shocker. And for me personally, I had one of the most mind-blowing experiences of all time being able to go to E3 and meet everyone from Insomniac and Marvel Games. And just being able to share that experience with you guys with the recent videos I've been posting is just amazing, so thank you all so much for your support. But even though E3 is over with the new footage of Spider-Man PS4, we actually got really awesome news in regards to comics that Spider-Man is going to appear in from the game. And I don't know about all of you, but this news just gets me really excited. So in case you all missed it, Polygon posted a really awesome tweet on Twitter showing off an awesome picture of Spider-Man in comic book form from the game. And as you can see here, it says Insomniac Games' Spider-Man will enter Marvel Comics canon this fall alongside a dozen other Spider people. Writer Christos Gage gives us an exclusive preview of Spidergeddon number 0. And as you can see, in the background is the standard all new, all different Spider-Man, but in the foreground is actually the Spider-Man from Spider-Man PS4. And this artwork is drop dead gorgeous, and just seeing how he's going to be implemented within a comic book storyline is really cool. Now, we did get news back in April about a prequel novel being made for Spider-Man PS4 called Hostile Takeover, but that was simply a novel that is going to release in August. Whereas this is actually going to be a comic book that is going to release alongside of the game itself in September. And seeing how one of the writers of the game from Marvel, Christos Gage, is working on this story as well is really cool to see. And in case you guys don't know, Spidergeddon is pretty much the sequel to the highly praised Spider-Verse comic event that happened a while ago. And just seeing how Insomniac Spider-Man is going to be implemented within this comic book story is going to be really cool to see. So moving on to the full article that Polygon posted, it states video game Spider-Man will enter Marvel Comics canon this fall. Writer Christos Gage gives us an exclusive preview of Spidergeddon number 0. For weeks now, Marvel Comics has been teasing a mysterious new Spider-Man event to eager fans, Spidergeddon. The name itself is a clue. The event will be a successor of sorts to 2014's Spider-Verse storyline, which introduced now fan-favorite characters like Spider-Gwen and Silk to the Marvel Universe. Spidergeddon is nigh, cries the teaser image, featuring more than a dozen permutations of Spider-Man from different parallel versions of Marvel's main setting, Earth 616. But one silhouette remained mysteriously blank. Today, Polygon can exclusively reveal the identity of that Spider person, none other than the Spider-Man of Spider-Man, the upcoming action-adventure title from Insomniac Games, with his distinctive white spider emblem. In Spidergeddon, Insomniac Spider-Man will adventure alongside other Marvel Spider heroes against the threat of, well, we don't know yet, but he'll make his Marvel Comics debut a few weeks after the game is released in Spidergeddon number 0, drawn by Clayton Crane and written by Christos Gage, one of the writers behind Insomniac Spider-Man. Since I've been writing for the video game for the past 3 years, along with the ever-amazing Dan Slott, John Paquette, and Ben Arfman, it seemed like a perfect time to bring that Pete into the mix. There are other reasons based in character that make some of the interactions between him and the other Spider folks really juicy and interesting, but I can't say too much without spoiling the game. It's great story fodder though. This is definitely not shoehorning a character in where he doesn't belong. In fact, it seems like an important next step for him. Those other Spider folks include the main universe's Spider-Man, of course, and mainstay Spider characters like Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, and Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. But there are the other deeper cuts involved in Spidergeddon, like Penny Parker of Earth 14512, known as SP-DR, and Hobart Brown, the Spider-Man of Earth 138, also known as Spider-Punk, who is featured as an alternate costume in Insomniac Spider-Man. Nevertheless, Gage says, the idea is that Spidergeddon will be fun for all readers, not just the ones who can identify every niche character. And if you're wondering if you should finish Insomniac Spider-Man game before reading Spidergeddon, don't worry. We'll try to avoid huge spoilers for anyone who may read the comic before finishing the game, Gage said, but he did confirm that Spidergeddon takes place after the events of Insomniac Spider-Man, and that will inform where Pete's head is during the event. Spider-Man will come out for PlayStation 4 on September 7th, and Spidergeddon number 0 will hit digital and physical shelves on September 26th. The event will also feature a series of variant covers drawn by Insomniac Games artists, each of which will pay homage to classic Amazing Spider-Man covers. Of course, after Spidergeddon, there's one more very Spider-Man-y parallel earthy thing coming out this year. But when I asked whether any characters from Sony Pictures Animation's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse would be making an appearance in the event, Gage said he couldn't give me definitive answer. One thing seemed clear: whether it's Miles Morales, Peter Parker, and Gwen Stacy from Into the Spider-Verse or not, we may not have seen every Spider-Person involved in Spidergeddon just yet. So I find this really cool, knowing that if you love Spider-Man PS4 so much that you want to keep continuing the story even after you beat the game, there's an entire comic book that features him with tons of other Spider people. And just seeing how they're tying the narrative of the game with this huge comic book event is really cool. And I know for a fact I personally can't wait to get my hands on it and read this entire comic. And as for the variant covers that they were talking about in the article, here's what they all look like, and for me, they personally look just absolutely beautiful. Out of all of them, I think my favorite one would have to be where Spider-Man is fighting Shocker in the bank, because after playing that boss fight at E3, seeing it on a comic book cover just looks gorgeous. And just huge props to the Insomniac Games art team for making these covers, because they are absolutely amazing to look at. But anyways guys, that's all the news I have for you today. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited to read Spidergeddon, and are you even more hyped that they are putting Spider-Man PS4 in this comic event? I know for a fact I can't wait to read it, and I just can't wait to see where this story goes. But anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.
He discovered that, according to our genetic structures, it might be Peter who was the clone, not me. That news pushed Peter Parker over the edge. Now he hated me with a passion. This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot. It gets worse.